Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me on another one of my paper and ink sketches. This is sketch 10 that we are working with this week. If this is your first time joining me for paper and ink sketches, welcome. This is a sketch class that comes out twice a month on Wednesdays, so you can head on over to my blog post or my blog, which is iStampin.com, and you can find all the other sketches if you are joining us here in week 10. But I wanted to show you every time a sketch comes out, I download the PDF to my website that has all the measurements and then also some tips on how to do the sketch. And I always say that a sketch is just a blueprint. You don't have to follow it to a T. If you've seen quite a few of my sketches, I really, I just take it as inspiration and then I make sometimes pretty drastic changes. Other times they're subtle. So like for instance, this sketch 10, I did follow it pretty much to a T, except I didn't do this additional circle element. I went ahead and did a bow. But this is my version of the card. I will say I originally was going to do it top folding, so that's why I scored the card like that. But I looked at this and I decided, you know what, I want to make a card the way this sketch is, so a landscape style card, so it's opening this way, which, you know, not too many cards are like that, but you know, I kind of like it. It's a little bit different. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how I did this. This card comes together really easily, and I think you'll enjoy it. A little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to get a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock. I cut this at 11 by 4 1/4, and then I scored it at 5 1/2. So it's going to be a side opening card. And you will just go ahead and burnish that with your bone folder. Now, if you noticed here on the sample card, this is the Softly Falling Texture Impressions Embossing folder, but I used it on the deboss side. I thought that was such a neat effect. So I've already gone ahead and embossed this, but here's the embossing folder, so it's a nice size, a 6 by 6. And what you're going to want to do is just to cut your cardstock just 1/4 inch smaller. So this measures 5 1/4 by 4, and then you'll just place that here in your folder and run that through the Big Shot. So I've already done that for us. Now, because this is, I'm going to be adhering it on the emboss side, I'm going to go ahead and use my tear and tape adhesive to make sure that it sticks down really well. So I would recommend that adhesive. So go ahead and put on a few strips. And then what I like to do, just to make it easier to peel off the backing strip, I just take my bone folder and kind of burnish one of the edges, and then just use my paper piercer to peel up the paper. So then what we're going to do is just, now the way I have it is I have the majority of the pattern on the right side. So, you know, of course you can put it down however you want, but this is, I wanted the most of the snow, if that's what we want to call it, to be on the right side. All right. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is to cut a piece of garden green cardstock. This measures 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it is designed to overlap the embossed panel that we just cut, or that we just laid down on the card base. And then you're going to layer a piece of pattern paper onto your cardstock. I am using the Warmth and Cheer Designer Series paper stack that you can find in our holiday catalog. This is a really nice 6 by 6 pad. So the great thing is that, you know, when you cut it down, you're not wasting a whole lot of paper, because you could actually get 3 strips out of this with it being 2 inches wide. I don't think I gave you the measurement. It's 2 by 4. I'm sorry. So we're just going to adhere that onto the garden green cardstock, and then from here we're going to layer that onto the front of the card. And in the sketch, it shows that this strip is a little bit in, probably about a 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to leave about a 1/4 of an inch of the card showing on the left side. So it's going to look like that. So we're going to open it up like so. So we've got a nice base started. Now I am going to use the Joy to the World that you see here. This came from the 10 of Tags stamp set, which is also in our holiday catalog. You can find that on page 33, and it coordinates with the 10 of Tags project kit. So if you are looking to make tags for your Christmas presents next month, I love this. This is a wonderful stamp set, and I used it just recently, and I was I think I used the This Is For You, and I was mentioning that that can be used any time of the year. This stamp set is actually very versatile. I mean, you could use with love at Valentine's Day, surprise for birthday parties, and these fun stars. So, you know, look at this as not just a Christmas stamp set or a holiday stamp set. It's meant, you know, you can definitely use it for other times of the year. All right, so there's my little my little PSA. All right, so I've got the stamp there. I'm using Garden Green, and you are going to need some Whisper White cardstock. And I don't think that's going to be big enough. Let me see here. Actually, yeah, it will be. So I'm going to ink that up. I always like to put, when I stamp with photopolymer stamps, I always like to put the Stampin' Pierce mat behind there because it gives it a nice cushion and you get a much better impression than if you just stamped directly on your hard surface. Now I am using the Stitched Shape framelits, and I am using I've got them right here, so if you're seeing this for the first time, it comes in 3 different shapes: circle, ovals, and squares, and I'm using the second smallest circle. Now I do want to give you some a clarification. I've been giving y'all some misinformation, and it was because I misunderstood it. So through the month of November, there are certain stamp sets that are on sale that coordinate with these Stitched Shape framelits. That is correct. That sale is through November. It ends next week. I was also under the impression that the Stitched Shape framelits were also going to be ending at the end of November, and then you wouldn't be able to get them again until our new catalog comes out in June. That's incorrect. So I apologize if I've confused anybody on that. So the Stitched Shape framelits are going to be able to, you're going to be able to order those, you know, I don't want to say indefinitely, but definitely after November. So I apologize for that confusion, and I'm glad that I finally understand it. It was, the Stampin' Up! News was it was kind of confusing. Okay, so back to the project. So we're going to run this through the Big Shot, and at the same time, you are going to want to get out your layering circle framelits, and you are going to want to choose the coordinating scallop that is going to match this stitched circle, and you're going to want to cut this out in crumb cake. I've already got these cut out for us, so this is what it's going to look like. It's just going to layer right on top perfectly, and the design is for the scallops just to be peeking out, which I just absolutely love. All right, and we're going to use dimensionals to pop that up. All right, so we've got the card, and we're going to be putting the element, the stamped element, right there, and I'm just going to use snail for that. Do that, and that's just going to go, it's going to overlap the little card strip just like so. Now I am using the Cherry Cobbler Baker's Twine. This is in our holiday catalog, and this is in a little trio pack. It comes in Garden Green. I just had it here. Here we go. You can find this on page 16. So it comes in Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and a really pretty gold color. So I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler. I'm just going to cut some of this off, and I'm just going to make a bow and then attach it with a glue dot. And then this card will be all done, and that will be sketch number 10. And I'm just going to get one glue dot, and for this kind of stuff I just like to kind of overlap it a couple of times, kind of roll it up, and then just put it down here. I'm going to put it down here on the right side, and then I just kind of mush the bow in there where the knot is. Just, whoops, if I can get it. Oh, there we go. And then you can kind of manipulate. Well, it's not cooperating, of course. Oh, come on. Let's try this again. Smush, there we go, finally. Not quite sure what happened that first time. All right, so I just mushed it into that little mini glue dot, and then I'm just gonna cut off the tails. And there we have it. Just a fun Christmas card using paper and ink sketches number 10. Like I said, you'll be able to download the PDF off of my website, which is istampin.com. Just look for today's blog post. You'll also be able to refer back to all other 9 sketches if this is your first time seeing it. All right, guys, have a fabulous day. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And at the same time, if you haven't already, subscribe to my blog to receive exclusive newsletters. All right, guys, have a fabulous day, and I'll see you later. Bye.